guys, so today we're gonna go ahead and talk about how we basically converted OEM Challenger SXT 2020 to a demon style wide body conversion. If you're in a budget and you can't afford, a hellcat straight out of the lot, full wide body, you could go ahead and flex with a V6 and just do the whole conversion to a wide body Challenger, or you could just get the bumper and make it look like a hellcat demon. All right, so this is a V6 2020 Challenger. We've done 7 mods, which would be the front bumper, the wide body kit, and the hood, the louvers, wheels, tires. We also did include the red-eye spoiler with the red-eye wicker bell, rear diffuser, exhaust system, and even a full forged carbon fiber LED display steering wheel. We basically converted a whole 2020 V6 Challenger with all the mods that we basically offer. We also vinyl wrapped the demon hood with satin black. So for the Challenger, for the bumper, it is a pretty easy install. It is plug and play. Basically, if you have a 2015 to 2021 or even the newer models that will come out, you could just go ahead and assemble the whole bumper together and throw it onto the car. You're gonna use the same brackets to mount it. Nothing really changes. Now, if you're doing from 2018 to 2015, you have to change your headlights and you might have to trim a little bit from your frame, which will enable you to put the bumper on easily, but it is a very minimal change. And then you also have to change like your side markers plugs. You have to upgrade them to 2015 because you do have to keep in mind you are going up to a conversion for a 2015 Challenger. So for the flares, it is a pretty easy install. You could do it yourself. All you need is some really good 3M tape and alcohol and some new towels. It doesn't require that much. If you do want to go to the extreme, you could bundle it. You could use liquid adhesive. You could use gasket sealant, custom brackets. Now, depending on what trim of a Challenger you have, it kind of differs the easiness of putting just wide body wheels and 305s on there. So you do have to think about what suspension you have. If you were lowered, if you were air suspension, you might have to cut into the fenders to give you that 3-inch clearance. If you have an SXT, then you don't have much of a difficulty because the suspension is way higher. So you could just slap them in there and it won't rub into anything. It is pretty easy. I don't have any body shop experience. This is basically like my first opportunity here, working on cars and learning everything. I didn't even like mopar cars, but here we are and we made it happen. And a lot of people that have seen it on the streets, they literally think it's a V8, but it's a V6 in there. All right, so if you're lowered or you're planning to lower your car and you want to go wide body, you have to think about the size of tires you want to put on. You could put on 305s, 315s. But you could go even bigger on the wheel size, but you have to think about the clearance that you have, so therefore you have to cut your fenders. in order to make it work. If you guys do notice, like the OEM wide bodies, the body is way lifted more than the regular Hellcats or Scat Packs. They're more lifted because they have that clearance for the wheels to not rub into their flares. All right, so if you're not looking to be wide body and you don't want to go through all the adding flares and thinking about what tires and wheels you want to put on, you could just add in the front bumper and change the whole look of your car. It will literally look like an OEM Hellcat. You could even throw on some decals on there with our vinyl and make it into a V8. So there is some people that don't want to do like the full wide body kit, so they just do the rear wide body. So they just add the flares on the rear and it makes it look, you know, thicker. So if you do staggered wheels, you're basically going to be sticking out or getting wider wheels just for your rear, and you could just run your OEM wheels in the front, so you don't have to do the full conversion if you don't like to. So the wheels running on this Challenger, we got 20/11, negative 2.5 offset. Obviously, if you want to go more flush to the fender, you could go ahead and get some custom wheels. I think -3 will look really good. It's just the stance of the Challenger OEM suspension is basically a little bit camper, so it makes it look like it's sinking into the flare. But you could also get custom wheels, which we do make as well. For the tires, it really does depend. I mean, a lot of people that don't want to cut, they do run about 285/30 by 20. Or if you're gonna cut your car, you could run the 305/35/20, the 315s 35/20, or 305/30/20. All right, so right now we are running the Hellcat wheels, and before that we were running the red eye style. So you're gonna have 3 options, and we have other options coming in. We have also the same face in 2-piece wheels, which is pretty epic. You could get in any color you want, any finish you want. It could be either a brush, satin, matte, whatever style you would like. So for the hood, we have the Demon style on the car, but we do also offer like the red eye, the hellcat, and we do also offer it in carbon fiber. The hood is a pretty easy install. The vent is just a snap in. You could probably seal it up with like gasket sealant. That one is a pretty clean material to use to seal the parts onto your car, or you could use maybe like some 3M tape on there. For the hood, you just use the same latches, the same hinge. You don't have to move anything. In any case, you have like a gap in the front. You can lift it up with like metal brackets in the middle, like your bumper, and then it should close up the gap. And all these styles are also offered in carbon fiber. They're made out of aluminum, pretty much OEM fitment, since they are 3D CAT scan. For the hood, we do offer the vinyl wrap. So if you're not looking to waste money on painting it, you could go ahead and grab some matte black or satin black, which will give you the same look of an OEM matte black hood. Or if you want to go even crazier, you could check out like all the other colors that are available, and you could probably try to like paint match it. If you have like a white, you could do gloss white, or if you have carbon fiber on your car, you could do carbon fiber on your hood. It's really open to what option you would like to get. In this case, we did go ahead and go with satin black, and it goes really good with the wheels since they're also satin black. Now the spoiler, we did go ahead and change it to the red eye style. It's basically like the OEM one that you get on the factory from the dealership lot. Some red eyes don't even bring the red eye spoiler, so here you do have the option on getting that spoiler, and you could also get it in carbon fiber, forged carbon, honeycomb, and the matte black. It's a pretty easy install. It's just like 4 bolts, a piece of 3M tape in the middle, and the de-install of your OEM spoiler is super easy. It might take about, let's say, 25-30 minutes, and it does come with a hole for the camera, so you could just go ahead and snap in your camera if you have a rear view camera, or you could buy one and convert it to now having a camera on your car. Alright, so the diffuser that's on the Challenger, it is pretty easy to install if you watch the video on our YouTube channel. The diffuser, you are open to get it in any type of vinyl finish that we have. It could be satin black, matte black, gloss carbon, dry carbon. If you want to go even crazier, you could buy color vinyl and just vinyl wrap it. And then we do offer like different color trims, and you do have the open option to install the full diffuser, which it would be the middle and the side, or just do the middle or just do the sides. It's really open to you, like it's up to your style. The louvers are pretty easy to install. They have brackets, so it makes it even easier for you to wash your car, wash your rear window. You could just go ahead and take off the nuts on the bracket, take off the louvers, and wash your window. There are some people that don't like the louvers that have 3M all over the edge because it makes it harder for them to clean their car. But this gives you that easy access to just wipe down your rear window. And then for the quarter louvers, they just take some 3M tape on the edges, and you do have the option as well to do the rear and quarter louver style, or you could just do the rear or just the quarter louver style. Alright, so the Challenger also rocks a forged carbon LED steering wheel. So unfortunately it does take away your heated option, but I mean, you have a heater in your car and you probably have heated option seats, but it's up to you. It is a really good mod. It gives you a better grip when you're doing turns. So if you go to the canyon, you feel like you have more control driving with the steering wheel. The steering wheel could be made in forged carbon, regular gloss carbon. You could choose to have carbon fiber inlays, and you could change the leather on there. It could be Alcantara. The LED steering wheel does give you the option to record your lap time, and it also shows you your gas and everything, showcasing everything that your front screen of your car inside would give you, but more closer to you on your steering wheel. So we also installed the exhaust system on the Challenger, which is a 3-inch pipe, X pipe, and it does make your V6 sound like a V8. Probably sounds louder than my Charger, kind of sad. 3.6 sounding better than a 6.4. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys learned something about, the Challenger mods and what you could do to your own car. Let us know what you guys would like to see next. Maybe the EcoBoost going to a whole full-blown GT500 view, or anything else that you guys would like to see. Just leave the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see you guys next time.